morning, boys and girls. Today I'm going to be doing a mini lesson on chapter 13.1, and this is where we're getting into multiplication of fractions. Okay, so this is your introduction. In this lesson, they're going to be using models to multiply fractions and write equations. Okay, so before we begin, I actually want to go over with you some vocabulary. Okay, and I just really want to quickly cover this up so that doesn't confuse you. All right, the first thing I want to go over is what is a unit fraction? Well, a unit fraction is simply one part of the whole. Okay, so if this is my whole right here, 3, 3, 3/3, 3, 3, 1/3 is just one part of that whole entire thing. Okay, so 1/3 is my unit fraction. Okay, and here I have actually two 1/3s, and each one of them is a unit fraction. Okay, so now that we understand what a unit fraction is, I'm going to go over some of the types of problems that you're going to see on the quick check. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to show you is a problem like this. Okay, so they're going to give you a number line and a model. And the question is going to be, which multiplication equation describes the fraction on the number line below? Okay, so then they're going to have, so what they're going to have is they're going to have four equations that you're going to have to choose from based off of this number line. Okay, and we know that an equation is simply a number sentence. So how would you solve this? Well, the first thing that you're going to have to do is you're really going to have to look at this, and you're going to have to come up with your own equation for this problem, and then look down at your choices to see if your choice is down there. Okay? So when I look at this problem, this is how I would look at it. I would say, okay, this whole is broken into 6 equal parts. Okay, so each unit fraction here is 1/6. 1/6. So I'm going to write that. Now, when I look down here, I can either look here and I'm like, well, what number? Where is this dot here? It's on the 4. And then they also give you a model here. So they give you a model, and I know I'm going to count this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of these here is a unit fraction. So this is 1/6, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6. These are part of the whole. Okay? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 4, right here, I'm going to write it, and all you would do to get your answer is you would multiply. Okay, let me write that a little bit better. Okay, and then when I multiply, I take 4 times 1/6. My answer is going to be 4/6. Okay, 4/6. So that is your answer for this problem. And this is the equation. This is what you would look for and choose as your answer. Okay, that's how you're going to do those types of problems. They're going to have a couple of them on there. And then another type of problem that they're going to have for you, which I want to show you, is, let me erase this board. Let me see where that problem is. They're going to give you fractions, okay? And they're going to say to you, which shows whatever fraction as a multiple of a unit fraction. Okay? And you're going to have to look for the equation that matches. So for instance, if they give you this fraction, they're going to write this fraction here, 3/6. Okay? And the question will be, which shows 3/6 as a multiple of a unit fraction? Okay? And they're going to have a lot of different equations down here. And you're going to have to choose the equation that matches that. Okay? That's the answer. This is the answer. Okay? So what you're going to have to do is you're going to look at this and you're going to say, well, how many equal parts are there? What is this broken down into? How many parts? Well, it's broken down into 6. So I know each unit fraction is 1/6. Okay? And how many are there? There's 3 of them. Okay? So when I would go to multiply this, 3 times 1 is 3, and I stay in 6th. Okay? And they match, they equal. So this is the equation that you're going to have to choose as your answer. Okay? So that's the second kind of problem they're going to give you. They're just going to give you a fraction. They're not going to give you a model or a number line. They're just going to give you a fraction. And you're going to have to choose the equation for it. And that's how you would this is how you would take a fraction and make it into an equation. Okay? So I hope this helps you. If you have any questions at all, you can reach out to me. Bye.